Okay, so even and odd functions. A function is considered even if for every x, like say you have x is negative, no, that's not helpful. X is 3. It's an even function if when you plug in 3 into the function, you get the same answer as you would if you plugged in -3. That's an even function. An odd function is if you have 3 to begin with, it's an odd function if -3 and the negative of 3, after you plug in the 3 and you do the negative to it, is the same. So this is odd function, and these are even functions. I remember there's an odd one has all that extra stuff going on with it. And it's 2 negative signs. Okay, so let's check if functions are odd or even. We start with this function, 4x cubed. And what I do is I have this one already, f of x. Then I'll do the f of -x, and then I'll do minus the f of x to see. So if it's not even, then I'll go on and do to see if it's odd. It could also be neither one. So they don't tell you that in the book, but it could be even, it could be odd, or it could be none of the above. So this is f of x, 4x cubed. F of minus x, and this is me checking to see if it's even, is I put the same exact thing in here, but I put the negative. So negative x cubed is going to give me still negative x cubed because it's 3 of them. And that'll take the minus to be in front of the whole thing. Okay, so already we know it's not even because I have f of x is 4x cubed and f of minus x is not the same thing. It's minus 4x cubed. So it's not even. Not even. Let's see if it's odd. The heck is that? I did f of minus x, which we have here as minus 4x cubed, and then minus the f of x. F of x was 4x cubed, minus that. So in this case, f of minus x equals minus f of x, because these are the same things, f of minus x and minus f of x. So the function is odd. Okay, so let's try h of x equals 3x cubed plus 5. H of minus x would be me putting a negative x every place I have an x already. So 3 minus x cubed plus 5 minus 3x cubed plus 5. So it's not even because my h of x, which is the same thing as f of x, g of x, whatever, does not equal h of negative x. Here I have h of x is 3x cubed plus 5. H of minus x is minus 3x cubed plus 5. So they're not the same, so they're not even. And now let's check for odd. Odd would be minus what I have for h of x. So minus what I have here for h of x which is distributing this minus sign to the minus 3x cubed and to the 5. So minus h of x. Does that equal h of minus x? No, it doesn't, because this is minus 3x cubed minus 5. This is plus 5. So it doesn't equal the minus h of minus x either. It's not even. It's not odd. He's just there doing his own thing. So it's neither. Not sure if that's how you spell neither, but you know, not odd and not even. And you even care if it's odd or even. Like you're like, what am I need to know that for? Well, it just lets you know if about the x-axis, sorry, the y-axis, if it's symmetric or not. Like if the pattern of the graph repeats or not, basically. So you want to know if it's a pretty graph, is it going to be like, you know, Paisley pattern or something, like do this and then do this again and then do this again, or is it going to do whatever the hell it wants to do? Even, odd. Okay, get rid of this. And let's try another one. Okay, f of x equals 2x to the 4th minus x squared. I want to see if it's even or odd. So let's check for f of minus x. 2 times minus x to the 4th minus a minus x squared. Minus x times itself 4 times, it's still going to give me a positive x. So 2 positive x to the 4th minus x times minus x is x. So this is going to be an even function. Why, you say? Because f of x, my original one, is 2x to the 4th minus x squared. And f of minus x is also 2x to the 4th minus x squared. It's the same exact thing. So that's an even function. Okay, h of x equals x over x squared minus 1. Checking to see if it's even first. And the reason I check and see if it's even first, because I don't have to do a lot of work. It gives me the first one, f of x or h of x, and then I just have to check for the minus part of it. Whereas if I check for odd, I have to do f of minus x, and then I have to do minus the f of x. I try to just be lazy and try to check if it's even first. Okay, so this is my h of x, x over x squared minus 1. Now I'm going to check for h of minus x, which is minus the x over minus x squared minus 1. I have minus x over still x squared minus 1. So this is my minus x over x squared minus 1. My regular one I started with, which h of x is this. So it's not even because they're not the same exact thing. This one has a minus, and this one does not. So it's not even because it doesn't have the same exact thing. So now I'm going to check and see if it's odd. I'm going to check minus h of x, which would be whatever I have for h of x with a minus in front of it. Okay, so now we look to see which ones are exactly the same. Minus x over x squared minus 1 and minus x over x squared minus 1. So my h of minus x is the same exact thing as minus h of x. So it's odd function. Okay, let's try another one. G of x equals 10 minus x squared. Let's see, let's try to do it in like a table neat form, see how that works. G of x, then we have minus f g of minus x. And if that doesn't work, we'll try minus g of x. Okay, this is our original one, or g. This is the one that makes it even if they work. And this is the one that makes it odd if the second one and the third one are equal. So my original one is 10 minus x squared. G of minus x is 10 minus x squared, which is 10 minus x squared. So those are the same already. This is the same exact thing as this one. So when g of x equals g of minus x, it's an even function. Didn't even have to go here. Okay, f of x equals, I'm trying ugly, the cube root of 2x squared plus 1. That's the original one. We're going to check for f of minus x, which is me plugging in a minus x every place the x is. Cube root of 2 to the minus x squared plus 1, which is the cube root of 2 still x squared plus 1. So it's the same exact thing. I have my original one was cube root of 2x squared plus 1, and my f of minus x is also the cube root of 2x squared plus 1. So when my f of x equals my f of minus x, it's an even function.